The first Friday of May. I'm Lena Darnay from Keep Indiana Learning, and
I am Marty Hooper, also from Keep Indiana Learning.
We are so excited to be here with you on the first Friday of the month. Keep Indiana Learning is the leading professional learning source for teachers in Indiana and across the nation. Free open access events, lots of summer learning, so much going on. And on the first Friday of every month, Marty, me, someone from Keep Indiana Learning, special guests come and share all the exciting updates so that you know what to expect and you know where to look as you think, gosh, I wonder if. We always want to be there when you wonder. So, Marty, what should we talk about first? Because it's May.
It's May. Well, if you've ever been to Indianapolis in the month of May, you know our city takes on a little extra flair during the month of May. I did not grow up in Indianapolis, neither did you, Lena. So this was new to me as an adult, but I love Indy in the month of May. It is so much fun. So I thought we'd talk about our Indy in the month of May traditions. So Lena, what's something you love to do in Indy in the month of May?
Well, you're right. I didn't grow up here, but I've totally adopted as my home. I've over 20 years I have lived in Indianapolis. So I have put down roots. I am an official adopted Hoosier, and the month of May in Indianapolis is one of the most fun times because of that big Indy 500 at the end of the month. But there are so many events that happen in between. One is happening tomorrow. The mini marathon, the Indy 500 festival puts on one. I mean, I think it's rated as the top half marathon in the country.
Yes.
Routinely.
Yes.
And I think one of the big reasons is because there is entertainment along the course. So throughout the 13.1 miles where you do get to run around the Brickyard track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but you get bands and entertainment almost every other mile. And I do have to do, like, shameless plug. My son, who's 12, started a band with some of his buddies during the pandemic. He's the drummer, and they are good enough that they got picked to be one of the bands that represents Indianapolis at the big event. So I'll be setting up at 4:45 in the morning to make sure that I'm there, but we are going to be participating at the Indy Mini. What about you, Marty? What do you love?
Well, I do love the mini. As a runner, I've ran many half marathons, but the mini is my favorite because of the bands. There is so much crowd support, and people sit in their front yards and ring cowbells, and it's just unlike any half marathon I have ever done, and I've done them around the nation, and it's phenomenal. So that kind of kicks off the month of May. My family, when my kids were young, we started going to the 500 Festival Parade at the end of the month.
So good.
So it's the Saturday before the race on Sunday, and it's a great parade. You see all the drivers, and there's celebrities, and there's balloons, and so that was always part of our tradition as our kids were young. It was going to the parade there at the end of the month. So there's so much fun in Indianapolis this month that even if you don't go to the race, I guarantee people are doing things around the race, because I've never been to the race, really have no desire to go to the race, but I love all the fun around the race.
I do too. And I love just driving through the neighborhoods around Indianapolis and even the entire state. Checkered flags everywhere, the Indy 500 flag from the flagpoles. It really becomes the identity of being from Indianapolis and Indy because of that hometown identity pride. And it always makes me smile. I love the month of May. And the weather is usually really nice in Indy in the month of May. There's a true spring that happens in this state. So that's always really fun too.
Always.
Well, let's talk about some of the summer things we've got coming up, because I'm telling you, the month of May, June, and July around Keep Indiana Learning is off to a racing start.
Perfect.
Just wait, I'm going to make bad racing jokes throughout this whole one. Let's start there.
So the loop, we don't refer to the racetrack as a loop, but it's a circle. How do you stay in the loop for Keep Indiana Learning? You use our events calendar. It will give you everything you need to know right there at a glance. And from our events calendar, you can register for each individual event. So when you click on it, you'll be taken then right to the registration page, and go for it.
And I'm going to switch to my screen where I can show you the live website, because that calendar is under our professional learning dropdown. It's that first one, upcoming events calendar, and there's something new. There is something new. It just happened yesterday, so I can't not share. The add our calendar to your calendar option is live. So for those of you who are curriculum directors or directors of professional learning or an instructional coach, and you want to make sure you don't miss an opportunity through Keep Indiana Learning, you can now download a little file that when you add it to your calendar, iOS, Outlook, Android, whatever format your calendar is in, this will sync it up. You can turn it on and off so you can view it or not view it, but you will then be able to see and immediately register for all of our events that are on our calendar right from wherever you love to live your daily life.
Oh, that is such a great ad. Awesome. All right. This is an event that happened yesterday. Normally on First Fridays, we talk about what's coming, but I didn't want to slight this guy because he happened on the first Thursday. This was a series of live streams yesterday afternoon with our partnership with the Modern Classroom Project. So you can catch all 4 of these live streams from our Keep Indiana Learning YouTube channel. Lena, is there any of them you particularly want to talk about?
Well, I loved the 3 o'clock, putting it all together with MCP. Shannon Quigley is one of our Keep Indiana Learning digital learning coaches. She does that as kind of a side gig for us because she's a fan of Keep Indiana Learning. She's also the district tech coordinator up there in Fort Wayne Community Schools, 30,000 kids in that school district, huge school district. She's supporting them, and she went through the Modern Classroom Project cadre this spring and found a lot of success. It's all about creating student-paced structures in your classroom. So it doesn't matter what content you are, from the music teacher to the kindergarten teacher to the IB senior coordinator, the Modern Classroom Project structure is all about creating those student-centered, self-paced guides in the classroom. Works wonders with PBL units because you know how hard those are to manage when everybody's at a different place at a different time. And it truly is about differentiation at an individual student level. And it's so easy to manage. So I have to say right now, if you went to modernclassrooms.org/Indiana, I need to try to put that up on screen. Here we go. modernclassrooms.org/Indiana. We have 500 for the Indy 500 free spots for teachers. These usually cost $1,000. It's a self-paced online course that you can work through at your own speed, but then you get real-time, personal, synchronous Zoom mentorship, and they'll be teaming you up with someone who teaches the same thing, same grade level, same subject area, so you can really work one-on-one. These summer institutes are so great. You can get a jump start on what you're planning for next year. There's one that starts in June, one that starts in July and goes through August, and we have free spots for both of those. If you're interested at all, modernclassrooms.org/Indiana. Thank you, Marty.
Oh, you are welcome. I did not want to lose sight of that.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is really, we wrote a big grant for this. We want to, you know how grants are. You got to spend every single dollar. So people, please share this. Take advantage of these spots.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity this is for classroom teachers. For those of you thinking about flipping your classroom and you're intimidated by that, man, now you get someone to walk alongside you and do it with you, and people who are a little further down the path. And so this is such a great opportunity.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So coming up in May, this is next week, we're going to talk about a lot of summer learning that's available, and the digital learning coaches on Monday evening are going to talk about even more. So make sure you dial into their session. It's a Zoom event. You can register from our site, and they're going to talk about all kinds of options for summer learning. So I love their catchy title, What's the Scoop on Summer PD? Because nothing says summer like ice cream. And so they're going to tie all that together for you. And also in May, we are halfway through Karen Bush's college planning series. These have been phenomenal sessions, and she is providing so much information on top of her own email address and phone number, where if you have personal questions and you don't want to ask in a Zoom format, she's inviting those questions personally. And Karen is just a wealth of knowledge. So there is a new date for session 3. That is now May 18th. And then we will wrap up the series on May 25th. Those are on Wednesday nights at 6 Eastern Time on Zoom. If you missed the first 2 sessions, those are posted on our YouTube channel, so you can go out and watch those. And they have just been phenomenal. So love Karen, and I love the information that she's presenting to our families. And she has said it many times. If you went to college before 2018, it's all new. So just because you went to college recently doesn't mean you're ready to help someone else go. Go and learn a lot.
She's amazing too. She's just so fun to listen to. She's super engaging. She sparkles on through a Zoom. You feel like you've got personal one-on-one attention with her. And I would listen to her read the phone book, honestly, because she's so engaging. She can make anything, even FAFSA, which is so dry. She can make it fun and engaging and very knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. She definitely knows her stuff.
She absolutely does. So those have been great sessions. And then one more in the month of May before we then talk about the whole summer, our summertime STEM session, May 23rd. That is a Monday. Most of the STEM Synergy sessions have been on Tuesdays during the school year. This one needed to move to Monday. So May 23rd at 1:30. This is an interactive session. So come with ideas, and your team that is doing, whether it's a school level STEM summer program, maybe it's through a community organization, whoever is going to be with kids this summer, this session is for them, planning those summertime STEM activities. And it's designed for K-12 programming. So, and I'm sure we could do some pre-K in there also. So Amanda always puts together such a great lineup of presenters. So this should be a great session for helping those doing that planning for this summer.
Oh, this one would be great for if you have any community outreach people. Of course, it's free for anybody. So if you've got IAs that are going to help with summer school, if you know people over at the YMCA or at the Boys and Girls Club or at the Glick Center, and you know that they are going to be programming for kids this summer, send this link to register for this, because it's free for any youth worker, anybody in the state could jump in, learn a lot, take away some great tangible ideas.
Absolutely. And if you can, it's engagement center. So it will be there wherever, whenever you are ready. All right, Lena, here we go. The
summer. I feel like Olaf in Frozen, who loves summer.
Love it. Oh my goodness. So much going on this summer. There is literally something for everyone, from administrators about teacher retention to literacy, to math, to STEM, to the Keep Indiana Learning virtual conference, which is all things. We have something for everyone.
And many of these do have a small cost because of the nature of the summer events and what's going on, but we've made them very, very price effective. I mean, like you can afford these, your school district can afford these, but just a heads up, although a lot of our content is free during the school year, some of these big name speaker events, we need to make sure that the people who register attend and show up, because we are saving physical space in person for some of these. So it is a blend of our traditional digital work with the Keep Indiana Learning Virtually Different Summer Conference, but also the STEM Boot Camp, Project Impact. They're going to have some in-person components that you would be physically in the space. Most of them right here at the Pyramids in Indianapolis. Super fun to be able to come to our building and enjoy the collaborative nature of being back in person, and then also have the benefit of that virtual assistance. You're always right there. It's in your pocket when you need to refer to it. So it's the perfect blend.
Absolutely. So let's dive into a couple of these. Where do you find this information? I think is the most critical piece that we can share right now. Right on our homepage, right at the top, it says conferences and summits, and then you get the entire list. And from that menu, then you can dive into each individual one. So you don't have to remember separate websites. Just come to keepindianalearning.org and click on that conferences and summit link at the top. And you've then got the whole list right there ready for you.
I love that. And I think what's really cool is that we are listing these by date, so you can start to see kind of how we are planning out our summer, and we will continue to keep our summits and our conferences there. So bookmark our page. Absolutely.
Yes. So the first one, and we're not going to highlight all of them, so I shouldn't necessarily say the first one. The first one we're going to highlight today, because we only have so much time today, is the Transforming Literacy Summit. This is an in-person event on June 9th here at the Pyramids. And what a day.
Oh my gosh, the lineup for this is ridiculously good. If you guys are out there, I'm going to say it louder for those in the back. If you are thinking about this new initiative from the DOE about science of reading and the response to that, we have brought together all the minds that you would need to sit and pick to figure out how you want to approach this. It's amazing.
It is phenomenal. And you're going to get to pick their brains. I mean, you are in the room with them. So it is a great, great day. Seats are still available. They are going, but seats are currently still available. So you want to jump on this, because June 9th is not very far away.
15 minutes from now. It is so soon.
Yes. So very soon. So Transforming Literacy, that is a don't want to miss. And speaking of
can we just say this loud enough? This summer conference lineup. Now, this one is all virtual. It's the Virtually Different Summer Conference. It's June 14 and 15. We have got the powerhouse of lineups, and these are where you could be on vacation at the beach. You could be in a hammock out in your backyard. You could be listening while you're walking around the block, because these are all virtual, and many of them will be recorded, and you get recorded access for the full school year. I don't know if you've ever thought, gosh, I wish everybody in my team could hear this keynote. Well, if it's one of our recorded sessions, they can absolutely hear it throughout the school year. It's only $25 free. The access to the 2 full days, $25, and then you get the archive for the full school year. And I have to show you something fun. Here's another. I got to pop over to the website for the Virtually Different Summer Conference. There's a new thing that we added today. I'm going to scroll down so you can see these keynotes. If you are like me and you want to share out all the great things you find, there is now a Tweet Now button. And this is going to pop up our keynotes right into Twitter. All you have to do is hit go, and you are tweeting about these powerhouse keynotes. We have Hassan Davis, who's the hope dealer. His story will bring you to tears, and you'll be laughing through the middle of it. It's a total Steel Magnolias moment where your heart is with him and your mind is taking everything in to apply it when you go back to helping those kids who need to be served. And then we also have the one and only Dr. Sonia Cherry Paul, and I'm going to pop hers up too, because I'm going to hit send on these when we're done, because I can't not share. But she is going to do not only her keynote, both of these amazing speakers are going to do a 90-minute workshop as well. And hers is all about literacy and how literacy and reading is going to transform the world, and how we can't lose sight of the power of story. And I think hers is going to be especially powerful as we talk about literacy here in the state of Indiana.
And that's what I'm so excited about with our conference. You go to these conferences, you hear the keynote speakers, and you're like, oh, I want to know more about XYZ, but then they're gone. And
right.
This is to have a smaller session where you get to pick some brains, and that lineup there across the bottom, some of these really powerful leading thinkers that then I can ask questions of. And that's just for $25.
I know. And if you've been to any of the big conferences in person where you have to wait in line to get in, or maybe you don't make it in time because you had to stop and go to the bathroom or get some coffee, and now there's no seats to sit for the keynote speaker to do their breakout room. No worries with that. It's all Zoom. Everybody's got the same view, right? You're right up front, your first row for all of these sessions. And I love it. $25. Please register today. We're taking registrations right up until the event. So, and really, again, because it's virtual, the space isn't limited. It's only limited by your capacity to join us either during those 2 days or watch it recorded.
Yes.
Register, put it in your pocket, go on vacation, take a break, come back to it when you're ready. That's what's great about it.
That is so great about it. So we could talk about this conference all day.
Okay. I know we got more. Keep rolling.
Let's keep going. Summer STEM. Oh, this is going to be great. There's so many good things on this one little slide. The STEM 101 that you see on the left around the state, June 6th, 7th, 14th, and 15th. Yes, 14th and 15th dates we just said, but like also Lena said, ours are recorded. You can come back. So those STEM 101 sessions give you a chance to learn about the STEM certification process. And it's intimidating and it feels like a lot. And you're like, do I want to tackle this with my school? This is a place to go and learn from the DOE and from folks who have done it. And then when you're ready, there's the boot camp that on the right side of the slide that has some in-person sessions and some virtual sessions and some year-long coaching going on. So this promises to be a great events, plural, not just one, events, plural, that if you are thinking about the STEM certification, this is the way to do it. No one likes, well, I guess most people don't like to hike alone because what if I fall? What if I get hurt? What if? This, you're not doing it alone. When you have all those questions, you're in it with others who have been there and who are there right now. So this should be a great summer of learning right here. All right, I'll keep going. All right. And I forgot there was another STEM one. Sorry about that. The STEM Leadership Series. How often do you get college professors for 3 sessions and the word free all at the same time? But this STEM Leadership Series by Dr. Gisa, Dr. Rose, and Dr. Sith will be free. And they are virtual. So again, from your hammock, from your back porch, from the beach, they're going to be using a book that they've written. It would be great if you purchase the book, but it's not required even that you purchase the book. But how to integrate STEM into all parts of your learning. This is not just for the STEM teacher. This is for everyone to bring STEM into the curriculum that they're teaching. And so these sessions, June 6th, 29th, and 18th, are going to be just a very unique experience. I'm super excited about this. One, it's free. One, it's collegiate level learning from your hammock. Does it get better than that? Doesn't get any better than that. All right. Oh, did I miss a slide there? There we go. You want to talk about math?
Seriously, we have some major math magic going on this summer. So IMLA, that Indiana Mathematics Leadership Academy, has been going on for years. It's a really powerful network of learners about the scope of mathematics, K-12, coming together, really bringing their brain power into this network. And once you go through the cohort, you are then connected in with that math collective network that just helps so much. And that's what we always say. Just like Marty said, nobody likes to hike alone. We also don't want to have to plan lessons alone and be the only thought leader in our building if we're the only one trying to stretch and grow with these unique and innovative practices. Sometimes it feels really strange to be the only one out there. And I know that this network is just growing stronger every year, so you don't want to miss IMLA. Also, Project Impact is new this year. This one will be like math and other things, right? So we know that also math is not a silo. We do not teach mathematical thinking, computational thinking, logical thinking structures, critical thinking, right? Like that thinking process is not standalone. So we have to build in the impact across the curriculum. And big time bonus on both of these, you get Flessner power. We've got Courtney Flessner and Ryan Flessner, who are leading the charge, along with Lori Ferry and Jessica Miller from our team, Jeff Harker from our team. The math minds at Keep Indiana Learning are some of the best in the state. I would say best in the nation when we're putting them all together. And so June 21st through 23rd, and then again in July, the 12th through the 14th, 2 really great opportunities to build a connection to some other power leaders in the state.
These are such exciting opportunities because it's all about the power of collaboration and learning together. And that's why I love both of these super exciting opportunities. They're end of June and middle of July.
All right. And I think that might be the end of our May first Friday. So make a plan to join us June 3rd. That one we'll talk again about those upcoming June and July events, but so many of them are close to being sold out now because we have limited capacity with a lot of them being in person. So get on the registration now for those. And then we will be talking about those things happening late July and into the beginning of the school year even, because as good as it feels to be wrapping up one school year, we're already planning for the next. And I can't wait to talk about it with you in June, Marty.
Absolutely. Well, we will see you on June 3rd. Thank you for your time today, Lena.
And have a great May, everyone. Race to the end. Here we go. Race to the finish.
Go. Race to the end. One more race pun in there. There you go.
I know, one more. All right. Bye, Marty.
Bye-bye.